In this video, we'll be seeing how to use speech-to-text API provided by OpenAI. First of all, you have to open the OpenAI documentation and we can go to speech-to-text option. And here you can scroll down and we can see that there is a limit of 25 MB and you have to use these formats. So you can use MP3, MP4 and all these. So we'll be uploading an MP3 file and we will be converting it to text. So for that you can use this curl request. So you simply have to send the file to the API like this and it will convert it to text. So we can copy this API URL and we can start with the implementation and you can open the IDE. I have created a file index.php and we can open PHP and create a variable URL and we can paste the URL here. Now we have to create a API key. So let's do that API key and we'll be getting it from the dashboard, OpenAI dashboard. So we can do that later. And then now we have to pass the file. So let's do file equal to and give the file name here. Okay. So I'm going to copy a file from the downloads to this project folder. So I have added a audio file here. So this was a file that we converted using OpenAI. So you remember we converted text to speech earlier. So this is generated using OpenAI. So you can use any file. So I'm using this because I'm only having this file right now. So we can use that and we have to get the API key. So let's go to the dashboard. We can go to the dashboard from here and let's go to API keys. And here we have to generate a new secret key and create it and you can copy it and click on done. That's it. And we can paste the key here. Okay. So that's it. Now here we can start with the curl request $ch and we can init the curl. You can provide the URL here itself. We can create an array to pass the data. So data equal to and we can pass the file. So file and we can pass it as new. You have to call the class curl file and inside that we can pass the path of the file and it is $file in our case and that's it. Give a comma and now we can pass the model. So you can specify the model here. So the model is Whisper. So if you want to refer the documentation, let's go to the documentation. So here we can see the model. If you go to the documentation, you can see the model and it is Whisper 1. So you can use that. We can paste that here and that's it. So you can give a semicolon. That's it. So these are the data that we are going to pass. So let's put this on the top with the other variables that we have created. Okay. And after that, you can call the curl and then we can set return transfer to true. So use curl opt set option return transfer. Give a comma and you can give true here. Okay, now we can set the header. We have to pass the bearer token and also we have to set the content type as multi-part form data. So we can refer that in the documentation itself. Okay. So here in the documentation, we can see content type is multi-part form data. So you have to use this one. And on the top, we can see we have to pass the bearer token. Authentication is bearer token and we have to pass the API key. That's it. So we have to do these both on the header section. You can see it is header. So type curl set options $ch, give a comma and we have to set the HTTP header. Give a comma and we have to pass this as an array and we have to pass this as the content type as multi-part form data. We copied it earlier. So give that there and then we have to pass the authorization. So authorization bearer key. Okay, that's it. So we can use that. So I'm using PHP Storm. You can see the suggestions here. So these are automated suggestions provided by Assistant plugin in PHP Storm. So you can use any IDE here. And next thing, we have to set this as a post request. So you can set it at here. Okay, we can use the suggestion and we are setting it as true here. So value 1 means true. We can either type it as true or keep to 1. And the next thing is we have to pass the values, that is the data. We have to pass the data. So for that you can type curl set options, and yes, this is the data, so you can use it. And now we can execute this. So $result, okay, $response, okay. You can use any variable. I'm simply going with the suggestion, and you can close the curl. And here we can simply check if the curl request failed or not. If you want to do that, you can do. Anyway, this will work right now. So if you want to do that, you can check if curl error, so curl run, and you can check this here. And if it is having an error, you can print something here, and this will print the error message. And down the else part, we can print some success message, and that's it. So now we are printing the response on the success part and printing error if there is an error. That's it. And after that, you can close the curl. That's it. So hope you understand this. It is a very simple curl request to this URL, and we are passing the API key, file, and this is the data. It has the file and the model, and we are passing it as a post request, and we have to set the header with content type and the bearer token, and that's it. It is a very simple curl request, and we are printing the response here. So the response will have the text format of this audio that we are going to send. So let's try running this one. So you can see the output is here. Today is a wonderful day to build something people love. So this was the audio that we gave. So hope it is visible for you. I'll just zoom it a little bit. So this is an JSON, and it has text, and this is the text. Okay. So hope it is visible for you now. So if you scroll further down on the documentation section, we can see there is more options here. So we can set the response format to be text only. So if you remember, we were having this as a JSON. So you can get it as a text, and for that you can use this. And we'll be doing that. And also we can use this for translating. So you can translate any language. So you can refer the documentation, what all things they could do. So you can refer that. So in this example, they are translating German to English. So you can see we only support translation into English at this time. Okay. So they are saying they can translate to English, and we only support the following languages. You can refer this, and you can see the languages listed here. So these are the languages they are saying that they could translate. So you can use this for translation as well. And here you can see that we can set the response format to verbose JSON, and we will get a much better result of JSON with timestamps and all. So you can see demo if you want to. So let's go to this documentation link, and here we can scroll down here a little bit, and okay, we can select it here. This is it. So we can see this one, and this is the response, and you can see what the response and all these things mean. You can read this documentation and you can understand that. So you could get the language, task, duration, and the text, and you can get the segment and all these details, start, end, text, token, and you can refer that here on the documentation. And there is a lot more things you can see here. So we will not be getting to that. And on the bottom, you can see longer inputs and how to do that and all. So you can refer the documentation for that. So hope you understand this one. So here you can use this to remove some word from the audio, and you can use that. So hope you understand that. So you can check this documentation, and you will understand all those things. So hope you understand this. If you have any doubt, you can ask in the comments, and I will respond to them. So we can try changing this to the verbose JSON. So for that, I will show this single one. For that, you can come to the code, and here in the data, I'll give a comma here, and here we can add this one format, and we can specify it as verbose JSON. So you simply have to give the response format and specify it as this one. You can also specify it as text, and you will get the text only format here. So you'll not get this as a JSON, you will get it as a text only. Okay, so we can keep it to web post JSON, and we can try running it one. And this is the output. Hope you can see this one. So this is the output of this one. So you will get all the details. So I showed that earlier on the documentation. So that's it. You can simply do this and you will get this response. So hope you understand this video. You can leave a comment if you have any doubt. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more such videos.